He's back. Batard is angry at himself. Liberals have to stay on their side. Why? Because they will lose touch with their fellow liberals. Liberals are so damn narrow-minded, so damn insecure, such damn babies that if you go against their, quote, agenda, you must apologize. Wasn't right. It made Trump look good. It makes our woke crazy people even crazier. Insane. Nuts. It's what they do. Hey, good morning. It is the Tony Pacos, made famous on the hit TV show back in the 70s and 80s, MASH by Corporal Klinger in Toledo. Anyway, I digress. He's back. Fat Dan. You know, it is amazing to me how liberals feel the need to always stay on their side. Like, one of the great things about being at OutKick, or at least being me on OutKick, is that I oftentimes disagree with the conservative approach. Like, I oftentimes, even though for the first time I voted for Donald Trump, agree with Trump. I also disagree with Trump, and I think his handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case has been abysmal, absolutely abysmal, and has the potential to ruin his presidency. But that's just me, because as a conservative, I feel that I am simply for common sense. Doesn't make any sense to me that Giselle Maxwell is in jail. For what? If there's no client list, if there's no clients, why is she in jail? Anyway, I digress. But liberals can't do that. Liberals have to stay on their side. Why? Because they will lose touch with their fellow liberals. See, liberals are so damn narrow-minded, so damn insecure, such damn babies that if you go against their, quote, agenda, you must apologize. You must sit there like Fat Dan Le Batard and say, oh my God, it kept me up all night. Nothing keeps that up all night except a healthy case of indigestion when he eats too much. It's the only thing that keeps his up all night, and I'll get to that. Anyway, what's Le Batard angry about? Le Batard is angry at himself because Dan Le Batard, who ended up profusely apologizing to all of his little woke viewers. Now, again, if you say anything outside the crazy-ass woke agenda, then you must apologize. You must. They decided that Le Batard's past interviews with Donald Trump as part of a 4th of July special wasn't right. It made Trump look good. We mustn't make Trump look good. We mustn't be honest. We mustn't show an honest interview with the President of the United States because it makes our woke crazy people even crazier. Insane. Nuts. It's what they do. And they will spin it. They will get angry. So they got angry at Fat Dan because Fat Dan decided, I'm going to air past interviews with Trump. And they're going to be honest interviews. At least that's what Fat Dan claims that he always does. So he does an honest interview. And Fat Dan Le Batard and his little buddy knee pad Stugotz, who, by the way, those knee pads got to be raw by now. I mean, how many years can you go along bending the knee, getting down on your knees in front of Le Batard, Stugotz? Have some pride, son. But anyway, they're mad. The bowling ball saying, in part, I was sick to my stomach. And that he is distraught over airing old interviews during a truly terrible time in America. Really? Nobody had a terrible time when Obama was deporting millions. Nobody had a terrible time when Clinton was deporting millions. But because Trump is doing it, it's a terrible time in America. Pull this, Le Batard, you fat fuck. It plays Jingle Bell. See what I did there, Dan? I went all liberal on you. That's right. I went all angry. Conservatives go, that's stupid. Liberals go, you fat fuck. I can't believe you would say that. You suck. Bah, 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 bah. I was sick to my stomach over the weekend, the fat one said. I was embarrassed over the weekend because we swung and missed on Friday with something we were trying to execute with old Donald Trump interviews that landed very poorly. Why did they land poorly? Because they showed Trump for who he is, just a dude. And that upsets Fat Dan, the effeminate one. We screwed up. I screwed up. And everything that has my name on it shouldn't looked at hypocritical or inconsistent, so I legitimately embarrassed that we tried to do something and that the way it ended up landing was to feel like it was normalizing, because that's what Trump's just a normal human being. Something during that truly terrible time in America and around the world. Yes, it's so terrible. Fat Dan Le Batard, it's so terrible for Fat Dan that he and knee pads are making millions. Doing what? Talking into a mic. Yeah, it's so terrible that we're actually getting criminals out of our country that came in illegally from other countries. Oh, my God, is that terrible? Actually cleaning up drug-addled, ridiculous parks in California that the mayor of Los Angeles is too scared, too liberal to do. Yes, it is a terrible time in our country. As I looked at my 401k and it's booming, I looked at gas prices and they're at a 4-year low. We don't hear the word inflation anymore. Cities other than Indianapolis have actually gotten safer. Wars have actually stopped. But Fat Dan will tell you, this is a terrible, terrible time in our country. Oh, my God, it's terrible. We're going to get to the idiots that are part of the show. Le Batard, longtime stooge, untalented hack, Roy Bellamy, chimes in because they showed Trump to be normal. Oh, my God. Here's some dude named Roy Bellamy. Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Will
I
Shane
don't
Gillis
know.
not attract crowd to?
No, hang on. I screwed that up. My bad. Let me go before you get to Shane Gillis, all that kind of stuff. Let me go. In other words, Bellamy considers cutting government waste, securing the border, and dismantling nuclear ambitions a truly terrible time because Fat Dan wants criminals in our country. I mean, Obama didn't say shit, did he? Biden didn't say shit, did he? No, it's only the Republican. That's the liberals for you. They cannot think for themselves. Bellamy, who, you got to have Bellamy, right? I know you don't know this, but I zero clue what's going on because I haven't been in the studio since last week, Friday. Is Bellamy literate? There's an apostrophe there, been dissociated for a whole week because I'm on vacation. Is he literate? Take your criticisms elsewhere. I'm going to continue to be anti-MAGA and anti-Trump over here. Roy Bellamy's a dumb fuck. Like, whoever Roy Bellamy is, he's just stupid. I know you don't know this, but I zero clue what's going on because I haven't been in the studio since last week, Friday. I mean, hey, look, if Roy Bellamy's got, I don't follow the show, but he's been with Le Batard for a long time. I mean, I get it. Good for you, Dan. You're helping out whatever this is. You're giving whatever this is a job. There's no, no grammar, no. I'm going to continue to be anti-MAGA and anti-Trump over here. Well, you're also pro-stupid. I mean, how stupid are you? I mean, look at this guy. I've been dissociated for a whole week because I'm on vacation. What is this? Go Sheepy Go? What is this, Seuss? My name is Roy. I'm not a toy. I'm a boy. This dude's an idiot. Good for Fat Dan. Maybe this is a parody. Maybe I just don't get the show. That's what they always say, right? Maybe I just don't get the show. Maybe the show makes fun of stupid. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is like a parody. Jesus. I know you don't know this. Huh? But I zero clue what's going on because I haven't been in the studio since last week, Friday. Okay. I've been dissociated. I'm sorry. It's just funny to me. These guys act and try to be so smart. And Roy Bellamy is one of the dumbest if that's any indication. That's one of the dumbest fools of all time. I know you don't know this. I vacation nicely. Jesus, what a stooge. Le Batard treats domestic abusers, though, as we all know, with kid gloves. As Le Batard hired Howard Bryant after he was arrested for allegedly choking out his wife. We were all very surprised Howard had a wife. But anyway, in front of their 6-year-old son and several independent witnesses. Le Batard also landed the first interview with Kamala Harris' husband, Doug Emhoff, after it was reported that he slapped his ex-girlfriend in the face. Le Batard, of course, didn't bother to ask Emhoff about the scandal. I wonder if Roy did. Roy probably did not know. He'd been disassociated since Friday last. Wow. All right. Le Batard stupidly thinks Shane Gillis won't go at the athletes while hosting the ESPYs. If Le Batard is saying it or hiring it, you're an idiot. But that's Fat Dan. Let's hear from Fat Dan as he wallows in his fatness.
Will Shane Gillis not attract a crowd to the ESPYs? I know that the ESPYs and award shows and televised appointment viewing is sort of a thing of the past, but it is the biggest thing going right now in comedy. I would assume that people wondering whether Shane Gillis will Norm Macdonald it, whether he'll do anything to make it maximum awkward. He's such a big sports fan that I doubt he'll be anything other than respectful. He's not going to. I doubt he'll go into Norm Macdonald.
I don't think respect with Shane Gillis right away.
But he really likes the company of athletes.
Yeah, but he made fun of Nick Saban to his face on College Game Day.
Alabama Jones, that was a great one.
That was.
I mean, I love how Le Batard tries to be so smart. Well, he's so, I'm above all this, but I'm doing my show. And then the minions chime in, I think he will. Oh, man. And Le Batard's listeners went nuts, and Fat Dan apologized. Good for Fat Dan. Roy Bellamy, baby, what are you doing? All right. I don't know whether Gillis will or not. I care less. I'm not going to watch the ESPYs. Not at all. Why would you? I mean, that's like watching some other Hollywood award show where a bunch of dumbasses, liberal, crazy people come to celebrate themselves. Like I'm wearing Van Heusen. I have a Van Heusen shirt. My hair was done by Joe Arena. I'm wearing slacks. You going to watch that shit? Hey, you enjoying the show? I'm on one today. Of course you are. Make sure you head on over to youtube.com/@OutKick/videos to like, comment, and subscribe. That way you'll never, ever miss any of our great content. Roy Bellamy, baby. Jesus. Hey, nothing says summer like a group of drunk, out-of-shape men on a golf course throwing hands. That's right. See these hands? You say anything to me, you're going to get these hands. Nothing says it like being up in Canada. Next thing you know, guys ahead of you are playing slow. One guy's so hammered he can't put a ball in the tee. The world seems to be healing, but not in Canada. Not in Canada. They're not on the mend up in Canada. And I tell you what, former NFL enforcer, he ain't afraid, man. Watch this dude get thrown in the pond. It's bad business.
You're not tough. This is golf. This is not golf. It's not. You can stand there 15 fucking minutes. You can't even. You guys can't even stand and tee your ball up, man. He's not teeing it up. He's standing there. Do you need to get the police out here? No, we don't need police. Okay, then let's get going here. Let's go. Pick your shit up and get going. This is not fun. Or what? I'm gonna throw him in this fucking lake. Is what's gonna happen. No, fuck you both. This is fucking bullshit. They've been sitting there for fucking 23 minutes. Well, try about it. Fucking try about it. I'm going to. Fucking try about it. Fucking you fucking pussy.
About it.
Fucking try about it. Buddy, you're going to get fucking shit kicked. I don't give a fuck. Like badly. Good. Let's fucking go, man. Buddy. Oh. No, I'm not filming this. I'm not stopping. No. You guys need to get off the golf course.
Yeah, we will, man.
No, now. Like, pack up, go now. Get in your cart and go.
Don't know where you're going. You're not scaring anybody. You're just making yourself.
Hey, man. Come on, man.
Hey.
Off to a good start, buddy.
I fucking told you!
Man, leave him alone.
You want another?
He
You
just
want one
fucking
too?
came at
Leave
me.
him alone, man.
I got it all on record.
It's around the golf.
I got it all on record.
Around the golf.
Bang!
Hey,
You wanna fucking go, guys?
leave him alone. Hey, leave him alone, man.
I wouldn't be going back, you fucking moron.
Hey,
Bang!
come on, man.
Bang!
I'm not trying to get in there. Like fuck.
Enough! Are you still cheering on you? Enough! Get out!
Hey.
Enough! Things go well for him.
Jesus.
Get him the fuck out of here! No, it's not gonna go well for him.
It's not okay. You're not tough.
I mean, imagine you're that tattooed guy right there, and you wake up and you're like, I played golf yes. Oh, crap. Well, tattoo guy deserves some serious props, at least from us. Why? Well, for delivering a performance for the ages, he threw his shades and gloves to the ground before breaking out the evil villain laugh and getting the hell beat out of him before coming back for more. Tattoo guy's buddy saying, just leave him alone, no less than 87 times while not knowing what planet he is on adds another aspect to the clip. That is a first ballot Hall of Famer in the world of golf course fights. Turns out, I always said this, I've told my kids this, you never know who you're messing with. Former hockey player and hockey enforcer Nick Tarzaski, you can see the fighting style. Grab him by the shirt before throwing the haymakers. Man, I am not throwing hands on a golf course. Dan, will you be throwing hands with or launching Charles Barkley into a pond the next time you guys play together? I'm not fighting anybody on the golf course. I'm not. I'm simply not. I don't think fighting on – I go to the golf course to bet my face off, try to break 70, and have a great time. Maybe have drinks, but I'm not fighting. I'm not. I don't think I've ever come close to fighting on a golf course. I do remember back in the day at Turkey Creek Golf Course, I do remember guys hitting into us, at which point we turned back and hit the ball back at them. They came up to us. We were a little bit bigger. Nothing was going to happen. I do remember when I was a senior in high school, we had what we called the Jack Bennett screen door open. My buddy Daryl Collins and we had too much to drink, kind of sitting there next to the green, next to the tee box, actually. He saw a frog. He got the frog, and he bit the head off the frog and spit it out. I do remember playing the next hole naked, walking down the fairway. That's as close as I've ever come. Hey, look, public course, middle of nowhere. What are you going to do? 18 years old. But I ain't throwing hands, man. See this face? This face is beautiful. See these teeth? These are all fake. Hell, they don't even go right. They're so fake, and they've been replaced so many times. I got them knocked out once by an inadvertent elbow in practice. Once got all these knocked out, pulling a jack out of the back of a car. It popped out, smashed my teeth. And another time I got them knocked out. Well, not really knocked out. They just fell out because they got old. I ain't throwing hands. All right. Speaking of throwing hands, Christine Brennan, that woke gas bag who wrote a book about Caitlin Clark. Gloves are off, baby. The gloves are off between Christine Brennan and the WNBA. The liberal journalist who has, she's been met with fire and fury from the little angry gals of the WNBA, the Jeep, jealousy, envy, ego, and pride. Pettiness, not pride, pettiness. The Jeep ladies of the WNBA have not been happy in response to her reporting on the facts that Caitlin Clark is being targeted by other woke players. She's now claiming Brennan, is that the WNBA commish, Kathy Engelbert, has no idea how to speak to the media about Caitlin Clark and how she constantly feels the need to mention other players when questioned about Clark. I've said this forever. The women that run the Indiana Fever are just the most ridiculous women ever. The women that run the WNBA are the most ridiculous women ever. And even one of their own lieutenants, one of Engelbert's own lieutenants, made fun of the women of the WNBA to Brennan, saying, these women have been sheltered. They haven't a clue how to be asked actual questions and how to be interviewed. They're entitled and stupid. I've said it forever. Here's Christine Brennan talking about Kathy Engelbert and Caitlin Clark.
Here in Iowa, we were the first to realize Caitlin's pull on fans. When do you think the WNBA fully realized what it had?
Publicly, I'm not sure that they really have. They certainly know. They have to know, Keith. But in terms of the comments, in terms of the way the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, who I've known and I like, the way she has trouble talking about Caitlin Clark, or if she's asked about Caitlin, then she will say, well, Caitlin and Angel. Well, she wasn't asked about Angel. She was asked about Caitlin. This incredible inability to deal with the facts and to state the obvious. It is astounding to me how Kathy Engelbert doesn't come out after the Marina Mabry hit and say, that's unacceptable. The refs got it wrong. Okay, should have been kicked out then. You weren't, but now I'm going to kick you out. You're suspended for another game or two. That's just unacceptable behavior for someone who's so important to the league or to any player, right? Mm-hmm. They can't do that. They seem paralyzed. But it does make you wonder, me as a human being, what is going on and why is it still so bad and just so opposite of what any capitalist, company, capitalism 101. You've got someone here, run with it.
Well, they're stupid. I mean, they talk to anybody that is on the NBA side of the teams that own both, and they will tell you the DEI women that are running the WNBA and some of the men are stupid, like really dumb and really afraid, scared to death that the African-American lesbian women will turn on them, Kathy Engelbert head of it, and thus, if they turn, the crowd turns, and then they get fired. I mean, this isn't that difficult to understand. I mean, this is a league that for 27 years nobody cared about. In the 28th year, here came Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark made them money. Caitlin Clark got them popular. Now, the barnacle on Caitlin Clark's ass, Angel Reese, is trying, and good for her, smart. Be the villain, be the heel. But when you really go through it, the accusations of racism to Indiana fans, unsubstantiated, absolute bullshit. League did nothing. Nothing. The lying by the Chicago Sky about those accusations, the league did nothing. The lying by Angel Reese and Kate and her crew about being mobbed outside of a hotel, the league did nothing. The violence against Caitlin Clark, the league did nothing. And all Christine Brennan did was ask simple journalistic questions. And the league did nothing. When the women of the WNBA could not have acted dumber, could not have acted more threatening and more entitled, the league did nothing. Why? Because they're scared of African-American lesbians. That's just the way it is. And if that upsets you that I'm saying that, then pay attention. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'll hang up and listen. But the WNBA is the gift that keeps on giving. I smile when I talk about the WNBA. Only in the WNBA, or name me another league. Name me another league, anywhere, anytime, where a coach has to deal with this. DeWanna Bonner is apparently a really good player over the course of the WNBA's time. Nobody's ever heard of her. All right? There she is. She comes to the Fever. She's with 3 heterosexual white girls. Her wife, now think about this in a league. Her wife, a woman named Thomas, is playing in Phoenix. This woman doesn't want to be there. As my wife said last night when we were at dinner, that's why coaching women is so hard. Imagine another league where because his husband, boyfriend, is on another team, this guy, this girl, doesn't have to play. Can just get out of a contract. And the coach has to deal with this person, Bonner, who doesn't want to be there because her wife, girlfriend, whatever, lover, partner, is on another team. That's the shit of women's sports that's real. See, my wife told me about this years ago. Bonner is not on with her wife, so she doesn't want to play. She takes personal time because she's so sad she's not with her wife. Name me another league. That's why this is the most unserious league in America. Bonner, let's go through it, was waived by the Fever after a short, unsuccessful stint because she was heartbroken to be away from her lover, her wife. And she had to play with 3 heterosexual pretty women, blonde women. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hall, and a dark-haired woman, Caitlin Clark. And she hated it, according to those inside of the WNBA. So what happened? She's going to sign with her wife's team and play with her wife, lover, whatever the hell it is, with the Phoenix Mercury. You know, it's unbelievable. She's reunited with her fiance, I guess. I don't know. Alyssa Thomas. Only in the WNBA. I remember having, well, all you got to do, and Gary and Aaron know this, all you got to do is open your email. Open your email from Fox. Open your email from my radio station, and there's got to be some task that you have to perform about not stooping somebody in your own company, about diversity and inclusion. Hell, when I was at Radio 1, they brought in, it's African-American company, they brought in white lawyers, don't know why. But anyway, they brought in these lawyers that said, don't ask anybody even where they're from. Don't even comment on anybody's shoes. Asking where someone is from is assuming that they're not from the United States. It's the dumbest shit ever. All right? But in the WNBA, hey, man, see, here's the problem. Women in the WNBA, this is from my wife, not me, number one, can't stand to see other women be successful. That's what's up with Caitlin Clark. The other thing is, man, the sex stuff is just gross. Bonner, I'm not saying Bonner did this, but here's how it works. So Bonner is estranged from her girlfriend, but Bonner's got to worry that her girlfriend's cheating on her. Her girlfriend's got to worry about Bonner cheating. Nobody's going to admit this. But this is the way it works. On a team in college, my wife actually had to find out, okay, Sally is rooming with Lisa, but Jenny likes Lisa, and Lisa and Jenny are dating, but Sally and Lisa are rooming together. All right? Guess what? This girl over here isn't rooming with her girlfriend. Another girl is, so this girl over here is jealous as hell. It's the most bullshit stuff ever. In college, women's softball, and basketball, and the WNBA. But no one wants to talk about it. Why does a coach who goes into coaching have to deal with this shit? Only the WNBA. Dudes, are you crazy? I remember Kurt Miller, who's now, I think I said this yesterday, he's now the general manager of the Dallas, whatever they are, Wings, coming into my office when he was the head basketball coach of women at Bowling Green. He's pissed. Comes in, my office was right off the court, sits down. I go, Kurt, aren't you practicing? He goes, can't practice. Our 2-star players just broke up. And we can't practice. That's women's basketball. That is women's sports in college and in the WNBA. Why do coaches have to deal with that stupid shit? Why? Why do we take this league serious? I don't want to play with 3 heterosexual blonde girls. I want out. I want to go to my fiance's team. Honest to God. Try that in Major League Baseball. Try that in the NFL. Try that in the NBA. It's unbelievable. Oh, man. That's why the league, the more you know about it, the more you'll realize this thing's a joke. This thing is absurd. These women are nuts. Insane. Not their fault. Insane.